Hello everyone, Eccentricscaper here. This is going to be a layman's guide on how to make ceremonial sword for your daily challenges. It's awfully long-winded to pick out what you need from the artisan workshop guides, so I thought I'd make a specific one on just how to get the general smithing XP from it. If you're looking for a thorough guide on the artisan's workshop, this is not a guide for you. I will miss out the irrelevant details, so don't ask too many questions. First of all, when you receive the challenge, you will need to get some noted ores. You will need the same ratio as smelting them, so in this case, for steel, it's 2 coal for every iron ore, so I bought 500 iron and 1k coal. You may need more or less depending on how many you are asked to make. It may cost a bit, but don't worry, you'll get the items of equal value in the mystery bag in the end, plus some very good smithing XP for making the swords and completing the challenge. So once you have your noted ores, you will need to get yourself to the artisan's workshop. You don't need anything, and it's located east of the East Bank in Falador. Once here, you will see a workbench. Take the tongs and the hammer if you haven't got them in your tool belt. Walk east and deposit all your ores in the smelter. Then withdraw the bars of the metal in which you're asked to make the sword. You may be required a different amount of ore depending on your smithing level and the number before the sword. In this case, it's a steel ceremonial sword 4. Withdraw the correct number of bars and go to the kiln to heat them all. Then ask for the plant from the dwarf called Eagle. Click on the anvil twice and you'll be taken onto this screen. Your aim is to make the bit of metal below into the shape of the sword above. This will differ slightly with each plan. You'll see some controls on how heavy you can hit the different parts of the sword on the bottom left. These parameters do not give a consistent dent. Firstly, select the hard option and hit all parts requiring a dentage of 4 or more. You may get a smaller value or even a dent of 5. Don't worry if you go over, the sword will still be accepted and you'll get nearly all of the experience. You've got to be careful that you don't overdent it too much so it breaks, so be careful you don't misclick on parts where the sword is more delicate. Otherwise you're going to need more bars. Next, give a medium hit to any place that requires a dentage of 3. Then a soft hit on the last places requiring 1 or 2. You will have a certain number of hits before the sword cools down, and is shown in the top left corner. You won't get a perfect sword every time, but as long as you don't break the sword and follow this method, you will get most of the experience. So that's it. Make the swords you need getting the free experience, then turn in your challenge to get the ore money back in a mystery gift, and get another bonus smithing XP plus a squeal spin. I hope this guide has helped you, and if you haven't done so already, I suggest you see the latest episode of my 100 GP to 100 mil series, where we are moving into the high gears, having breached the 1 mil mark.